Welcome back to my channel. It's been a crazy week. I'm here to talk about something not pertaining straight towards the cards exactly, but to the many different conversations I had with people in the comments of my other video, in actual real life, on different streams that I've watched and talked to people in the chats there. Uh, Basically, going off of that, I want to talk about my philosophy, my logic on ban list, my opinion on ban list. It's not a widely accepted one. It's a really hot take, and I would like to go through that so that people can understand where I'm coming from and can understand that I'm not just basically saying that these people are just in the wrong, because I understand how ban lists work. I've played other card games, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, Digimon, a bunch of other stuff that's out there. I've played almost every single card game that's out there, or tested it, or been a part of their community, or been a judge for those games and stuff like that. I just want to talk about ban list, and I think that in first, for a casual format, which is Commander, it shouldn't have a ban list because it's casual. It's not a big deal. It shouldn't be a thing. It should, the rule 0 that they have talked about, that Commander should have, it is a good thing. I think that that's what needs to be happening. But in the case of talking to many people, that we want the randoms that come to sit at our table when we go to our local game store to basically abide by the same rules, so we don't have to sit there and have that conversation. When literally, whenever I go to a local game store or any place, whatever, we talk about power levels, we talk about cards that we can play. There's a guy that I know that literally carries around a rule 0 sheet, and he literally says, "This is my rule 0," and stops it on the table. Other people will be like, "Hey, I don't want to play against multiple extra turns or land destruction or whatever," because people talk about that stuff. But apparently, I guess, the places I play at, actually have a consideration for other people and players, and understanding what should be played and not should be played, and having that conversation with people ahead. I guess in other places that people play, they just play random people. They just sit down, pop down a deck, and be like, "I'm playing this deck," and not say anything at all. And then all of a sudden, the person is playing a super souped up, powerful deck versus a bunch of precons. I guess that's what most of the people who are playing Commander are playing against. I don't know. That's what the conversations I've heard from people who are, who are okay with the bans happening. I just don't think it should be possible. I don't think a ban list in a casual format, you're not investing in anything except a card to play this format. You're not putting money down on flights. You're not putting money down on hotel stay. You're not putting money down on anything that will sustain you. You're not putting money down to try to win a tournament to get money back to basically play this game in a casual format. You should not have a ban list. But hey, I say that if there is a ban list, the ban list should be widely accepted as this is the reason why the cards are banned. Like anything that has little to no interaction, and a result of that little to no reaction results into a win, yes, those cards should be banned. Besides that, if you're gonna have a ban list, that ban list should be widespreading and should be exactly the same. If you're banning something because you're banning a card because of this mechanic or this something, everything should be hit. It shouldn't be like one or whatever or something like that, or leave this inside there or whatever, because you're cherry picking the quote unquote worst cards when they're all worst cards. You're literally doing, you're literally only banning cards in the aspect of seeming that you're balanced, but you're technically not, because you're foregoing that, what you say. That's basically it. Like, for my philosophy on that. Now, what this ban list that's here, right? That's here that people are going back and forth on. I think it's a major problem, and I think the major problems of this ban list that people are not accepting or not understanding, because the one thing that they see out of all the ban lists and everybody going back and forth on it is that the gaming experience is better. Okay, so the gaming experience is better, but that gaming experience outweighs the many other things that have happened for the ban list. You have half the community upset. I would say half. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there. Some people don't even pay attention to ban lists or whatever. But if the community is upset, like a lot of people in the community are upset, and they're like, "Oh, this ban list shouldn't happen," then that's something that has to be acknowledged. Uh, I have two disclaimers here. First disclaimer: this is just opinions. This is just me basically talking about what I think about bans, what I think about the cards for Commander being banned. I understand that everybody has their opinions. Everybody wants to be right, or want to get somebody to be wrong or whatever. But for in this case, I already understand, and I have talked to many people about both sides, and I'm just giving my opinion on what I think should and shouldn't be banned, and the ban list in general. And I hope that people understand that this is just the opinion, and everybody can have their own opinion, and there's facts, and the facts are that people don't like it. Second disclaimer: I've found out recently, after it's been a while since the bans, that people have been doing death threats, doxing, private DMs, sending threats and stuff. That is not okay. It's better if we criticize what the bans are, and criticize the Commander rules committee. It's not good if we basically go after them personally, because that's not how our voices get heard, and because of the fact that people did all this doxing and death threats and all this other stuff, they have doubled down, and that's the worst part of that case. I think that the ban list should be widely agreed upon. The main thing that I've seen is that Nadu, great, ban. We don't have to worry about it. But everybody is like back and forth. Drill Loaders should be banned. Drill Loaders shouldn't be banned. Dockside should be banned. Dockside shouldn't be banned. Mana Crypt shouldn't be banned. Mana Crypt should be banned. But then back and forth. Like, it should be that everybody goes, yeah, that card is out. Just like Golos, just like Nadu, just like Paradox Engine, all that stuff. You have people like saying that they're quitting the game, selling all their stuff because they don't want them to be invested in a card game, and then their cards get banned, and then the prices of their stuff drop. That is something that a lot of people have to deal with, whether or not they're in Magic or any other card game. The main problem with this is that a lot of the cards that have been there, that have been staples, they're just losing out because of the fact that since they're losing out, they're just done with the game. You especially have people who were supposed to be kept in contact with the advisory board. You have them quitting. 2 people off the advisory board quitting. You have John Lee Kwai and Kristen. Both of them are gone. They're like, we're done with this. We're not inside this, whatever. They said the rules committee has changed. They're supposed to be letting us know what's going on. We wish them no harm. We wish them all the greatness in the world, all this stuff, and they're out. Because of the fact that the rules committee has changed what they have said that they were supposed to be doing from the get-go when they were basically made, and all the people that was on the committee has been founded and sit there or whatever, and they decided, guess what, we're going to do this thing, and they go against what their philosophy is. uh, people saying that they won't buy products going to be sitting on the shelves, or people or LGSs are going to basically be like, not selling those products. You got the ban was kept a secret. Like they didn't get told. Nobody got told about the ban. They only talked to WotC, to Wizards of the Coast, and that's the only people that knew. And Wizards of the Coast were just selling the product. Be like, yeah, we knew about this ban, but we selling the product to the people so that people could get hyped, buy all the product, run inside there like crazy to get the stuff get the Mana Crypt, get the Jewel Lotus, get the Dock Sides, all the other stuff, so that when they do the ban, all of a sudden now they've sold all the product, and guess what? The who's left out in the sun with no sunscreen, all the people who bought all this stuff. Basically, I get it. These things happen, but that's what you're getting from all of this stuff. You're getting all of this stuff from basically them banning these cards, and I don't think it's a positive light for the ban, because people should agree upon the ban. Even if there's people who don't like the ban, they should be like, yeah, we understand this is a problem, blah blah blah, whatever. There's people who are actively right now saying that, and I acknowledge that, and that makes sense. Even me, for this bans, and for what the Commander Rules Committee is talking about for their bans and stuff like that, I think that they should either stay in line with their philosophy and their logic, or basically change it. Since they did this ban, they should change what they basically have said, what their philosophy and their logic is for how they're going to basically talk about the cards and stuff in the future. They should change it, because if they're going to be doing what they did now, I think that they should, if they're going to be banning fast mana, they should ban all of it. They can't just choose and pick and whatever, because of the fact that, you know, these are a problem, and fast mana is still a problem. But we don't want to go outright and just ban all these cards and be like, oh, blah 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 blah. But then comment that you're going to keep fast mana inside the game because certain fast mana is iconic or whatever. Like, it makes sense in the aspect of not trying to ban everything, whatever. But I hopefully over time just get rid of all the stuff, all the cards that give you free stuff. Smothering Tithe, Ristic Study, Mystic Remora, things like that. The cards that are infinite combos, 2-card infinite combos, ban also. Get that shit out of here. If I put one card on the board and play another card and I automatically get an infinite combo, ban both of those cards out, or one of those cards out. Get rid of that stuff. Like, it doesn't need to stay. None of that stuff needs to stay. Make the game as slow as possible. I would rather the game as slow as possible. You ban all that stuff, and people, yeah, they're upset, but now they have a slower game because that's what you guys want. Hey, but that's just me. I'm gonna leave you with what Asmongold's reaction to Legendary Drop's video about the devs of Assassin's Creed Shadows talking about its consumer base. It explains everything I have to say about ban lists.
Listening to us, and in this case, I have developers that are telling me, yeah, they're not listening to you.
Of course.
One, because they don't want to take criticism, and two, because they don't know how to differentiate bad from good criticism.
Of course.
I think this is my patented catchphrase by now, but when you have this much negative discourse surrounding your games, you need to be listening, regardless of whether or not it's good or bad feedback in your eyes, regardless if you align with these people's political beliefs or social political beliefs.
This is a problem that a lot of artists have, and it's a problem that I think that artists that are trying to exist in a commercial space have, because a lot of artists believe in the moral good of whatever art they're making. Like, very few artists believe that they're actually like morally bad people. And so because they think that they're doing a good thing, well, they view anybody who's criticizing them as a morally bad person. I think that's what happens the most. Is it arrogance? Well, it's arrogance, but like it's a simplification. What I'm saying is that artists view their art as a expression of themselves. And in the process of them feeling it like an expression of themselves, they take criticism against it personally, and it's why they have a harder time listening to feedback and criticism.
Whatever it might be. None of that matters. When you have your games on fire as much as Ubisoft games have been lately, you need to put those fires out somehow. And the only way that you can do that is by listening to them.
Yeah, of course.
And implementing whatever feedback you possibly can into your games to make them better. Regardless, the other thing is...
And then this happened.